here's the idea. The stride setup is going to be really important, and a lot of people don't get it right. So right away, one of the things that we measure, and you can do this just without any real 3D or anything like that, by just making some measurements, but a good lower body for a baseball swing, a good lower body stride is going to be about 3.5 to 4 times hip width. So if you make a measurement from hip center to hip center, whatever that is, and it doesn't vary a whole lot on adult males, but it will vary a little bit as you, if you look at younger kids and whatnot. But if you look at the measurement from hip center to hip center, your stride length should be 3.5 to 4 times. So let's just say right in the middle, 3.75 times hip width. And that's really important. If you overstride or you understride, you're going to greatly impact your ability to create torque effectively. And again, I won't go into this, but this comes off of a lot of research, and that research is published, and I'll give you links to some of that research as we move forward. But it's 3.75 times hip width, okay? So that's really important. Direction is also important. It varies a little bit, but let's say on average, you want the stride to be closed at about 10 degrees. 10 degrees isn't a lot, but it's substantial. So you don't want the swing, the stride to be either directly forward at 0 or worse, open, okay? You want the stride to be about 10 degrees. So if you look at a line drawn from the ankles to the ankles, you want the direction to be about 10 degrees off of the line that goes directly back to the pitcher. So you want it 3.75 times hip width in distance, and you want it 10 degrees closed in terms of direction. The front foot should be at a position of roughly 65 degrees, okay? So if this is 0 and this is 90, pointing straight at the pitcher. So if this is 0 and this is 90, pointing straight at the pitcher, 65 is like that. So I've got a stride length from ball of foot to ball of foot, 3.75 times hip width. I've got 10 degrees closed, and I've got 65 degree foot position. If you look at the research, no matter what the style of swing is, that stride mechanism has very little variance. So no matter what an athlete's doing, they're getting ready to do all kinds of crazy stuff, when they put their foot down, that stride position is what I just said, plus or minus a few degrees, plus or minus a few percent in terms of hip width. It's very, very, very consistent. It's very important. So one of the things I like to do to start is to just map out, just draw right on the floor. You can have I literally have a mat that I draw stuff out and I mark it off, and I say, get these people, get your athletes in this stride position. Back foot is essentially square to the line of action. Get them in the stride position so they feel it. And that's the stride position that we're going to use moving forward so that they get used to producing force, shifting weight, and creating interface from an effective stride position. So that one might be the most important thing you could possibly do. And it certainly is the sort of start point for the things that we want to do for all the other mechanisms.